It is a great privilege and honor as I look out upon the good people gathered here. I know one thing: there is no place on this earth I would rather be today. I have been a teacher at Notre Dame for more than 2 decades, but today I come before you primarily as a Holy Cross priest, a member of the religious order that founded Notre Dame more than a century and a half ago. Father Soren, his determined band, and the generations of Holy Cross religious and their lay collaborators who followed them built something special here in this place. These folk built Notre Dame into a distinctive place that nurtured its students' religious and moral development, as well as their intellectual lives. Notre Dame challenged them to serve God and neighbor, and as it did so, it proudly proclaimed its Catholic identity and its loyal membership in a church that was and still is unafraid to speak of moral truths and foundational principles and beliefs. In the process, Notre Dame came to hold a special place in the hearts of Catholics all across America. Now, friends, jump ahead to today. The formal leadership of the university still proclaims its fidelity to this vision. University leaders assert that Notre Dame is and will be different so that it can make a difference. University leaders assure the parents of incoming freshmen that Notre Dame won't be like those other schools that merely associate themselves with a Catholic or a Jesuit tradition. No, to the contrary, they say. They say here at Notre Dame, your children will find an institution unashamedly Catholic and willing to embrace the tenets of our faith. Notre Dame will instruct its students in the Church's moral truths and in its foundational beliefs and principles. But of late, that rhetoric seems to ring rather hollow. The words have not been matched by the deeds. Instead of fostering the moral development of its students, Notre Dame's leaders have planted the damaging seeds of moral confusion. By honoring President Obama, the Notre Dame administration has let the students and their parents down, and it has betrayed the loyal and faith-filled alumni who rely on Notre Dame to stand firm on matters of fundamental Catholic teaching and so to affirm the sanctity of life. The honor extended to Barack Obama says very loudly that support for practically unlimited access to abortion and approval for the destruction of embryonic life to harvest stem cells are not major problems for those charged with leading Notre Dame. They seem easily trumped by other issues and by the opportunity to welcome the president to our campus. Bishop John Darcy, the great bishop of this diocese, Bishop Darcy, who so loves Notre Dame, said it well. Notre Dame chose prestige over truth. How embarrassing for an institution dedicated to the pursuit of truth to settle for temporary attention over eternal honor. Friends, just ask yourselves whether anyone, regardless of their other accomplishments, would be honored here at Notre Dame if they held racist or anti-Semitic sentiments. They would not, and rightly so. Yet, Notre Dame honors at this commencement a politician who readily proclaims his support for the Freedom of Choice Act and who is clearly the most radically pro-abortion president in this great nation's history. As you know well, Notre Dame undertook this sad action in the face of the 2004 instruction of the U.S. Catholic bishops that, quote, Catholic institutions should not honor those who act in defiance of our fundamental moral principles. In so doing, the administration has distanced the university from the church that is its lifeblood, the ultimate source of its identity. A number of my fellow Holy Cross priests and I believe that such a distancing puts at risk the true soul of Notre Dame. Regrettably, this distancing also puts Notre Dame in the service of those who seek to damage the teaching authority of our bishops. What a sad circumstance for an institution that should stand at the very heart of the church. Now, we can be sure today that the President will offer a fine address crafted by a talented speech-writing team to appeal to a Catholic audience. No doubt, too, President Obama will deliver it eloquently. There will surely be a tribute to Notre Dame's former president, Father Hesburgh, for his important work on civil rights. The president will claim that he is influenced by Catholic social teaching and will appeal for folk to work together in the areas where common ground can be found. Most of the crowd will cheer, the photos will be taken, and soon the event will be over. The president will board Air Force One and fly away. But what matters for us here is less what President Obama says, but rather what the day will mean for Notre Dame and its place in American Catholic life. The truth is, this painful episode has damaged the ethos and the spirit of Notre Dame. But there is another truth that I ask all of you to remember. This is not the end of the story. When we look back on these days, I have a sense that what will stand out is how a group of dedicated pro-life students, wonderful alumni, and ordinary Catholics who so cherish this place refuse to acquiesce in the administration's willingness to wink at its most fundamental values in exchange for the public relations coup that attends a presidential visit. Friends of Notre Dame gathered here, let us move forward together and let us never turn back. Let us take our instruction from the Lord in the words of that great champion of life, Pope John Paul II, the words he used at the outset of his papacy: be not afraid. Let us labor in this vineyard so that Notre Dame might regain its true soul, be faithful in its mission as a Catholic university, and truly become the powerful means for good that Father Soren dreamed about. Thank you for having me here today. May Our Lady of the Lake, keep you close, and may she ever watch over the university that bears her name. God bless you all.
Just as I would not wish to bat after Babe Ruth, I do not wish to speak after Bill Miscamble.
They mix them out.